Hi, everyone.
Hey, guys.
So we are back. It took a hot minute because, 2020 is the real deal, I have to say. She's not pulling any punches. She is preventing us from seeing Serena get that record-tying 24, which is not really a record, I'm going to say. She already is the greatest of all time. Thank you. Thank you. So needless to say, Michael and I are back, and we have a super special guest. He is an open level player who has been ranked in the top 100 of the GLTA World Tour. And he is my queen for WTA Quarentrivia, where I have gotten to speak with such people as Victoria Azarenka, Lucy Safarova, CHANDA RUBIN, and SACHIA VICKERY, among many others. So it's Jon. Please introduce yourself. What else would you like to say?
Hey everybody, I'm Jon Guerrica. I'm in New York City. It's still absolutely horrible here, so this is a great highlight of my day. So I took the mask off. Is that okay? Do we need a mask?
That's totally fine. I don't think we need a mask for this because we're going to be drinking not one, not two. We have three cocktails coming our way. This is a WTA Quarentrivia episode of Serving Up the Tea. We're going to go with SACHIA VICKERY, who currently is in the top 150, but has been as high as, I believe, 80-something.
Can we talk about SACHIA VICKERY for a minute?
And how much we love her?
A lot of people who are watching this right now have may not know who she is. I started these calls in quarantine. I don't know. It's been 2 months, actually. And it was just like this notion of, I love tennis. How about I just ask someone to join us and talk about their career? And it's evolved from there. Now we've had SACHIA was number 13. She was our 13th player.
Yeah.
Amazing. But she's so prolific right now. She's so big on Twitter. She's been so amazing in the Black Lives Matter movement. It was such an important, amazing call this weekend. She came dressed in rainbow.
Literally the first player to all the players have been such allies, but to really visibly, aesthetically show her allyship, and then to on her social media days in advance, she had a fucking countdown ready to go for us. What I have never felt so honored and just high esteem. I know when I see her at Indian Wells next year, I'm gonna go to the qualies early if she's there. Hopefully she'll be main draw, and I'll be at her first round match, and she has an army of gays.
Yeah.
We're doing the Dacquiri Vickery. So as you may or may not know, Dacquiri is a rum-based drink. So when you think about SACHIA and our chat with her, there was a fair amount of spice there. It was really fun. She came dressed in rainbow, so you got it. Do you have your rum, Michael?
I do. I got some Malibu rum.
And I also love that you have mango, by the way.
And it has strawberries. Let me do a mango margarita.
It's so good.
Everyone
can do their own variant of.
I'll do a little peach now. I'm gonna throw some peach nectar in it.
Yes, that's so good. I'm gonna do a very traditional daiquiri, which just uses citrus. And so you need your ice. Everyone have their ice ready to go? That's so good. Okay, cool. And the reason why I think the daiquiri goes well with Vickery is just the fact that the daiquiri is a really fun, relatable, flirty drink. And our chat with Vickery was very much like that.
It was, I didn't know her at all, and she was so cool to chat with beforehand, and she was so, the energy was there. I thought, oh, this is going to be a very cool and interesting chat. She grew up, she grew up poor. She grew up with a single mom like me. There was a lot of these elements that I really responded to, and I thought, oh, you know what, this is cool. And then I just thought, then she wanted to ditch, and she was cool with that too. That's what we like. We like the vulnerable, but I also like, the sassy part, the shady part.
Amen. I 100% agree. She was
How young is she?
What?
How young is she? I'm not really familiar with her.
25 years old. She lives in Florida. She comes from, her mom comes from Guyana in South America. I'm good with the ice. What are we doing next? What do I got?
Cool. So ice, and then you should do 2 rum. I'm gonna split it 1 Malibu and 1 spiced rum to give it sort of a balance between the 2 types of rum.
I'm not gonna measure. I'm just gonna pour and ice.
Yeah, you're gonna.
That's the older person will just pour randomly.
I love that. Yeah, just eyeball it. Yeah, I think
I can handle it. Yeah, that's how I know.
I was just also really impressed with. She was pretty honest just about the struggles of being on tour. It's very similar to what Danielle Collins called Djokovic out on. Djokovic has hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Whereas these players who have devoted their entire lives and careers to playing tennis they do, in a sense, live paycheck to paycheck. They don't have these entourages.
Yeah, they definitely rely on that, on the tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when, if you just get into a major, you make $50K at least. Like, that's a teacher's salary. I was a teacher for 2 years. You just made my year's salary. The next ingredient after you have the rum would be put in whatever fruit you want. I recommend equal parts of fruit to rum because I think for her, we're going to do a sweeter daiquiri. And I also think doing a fruity drink to start would probably be good, and then we'll get more into, I feel like Andrea's bourbon drink is going to be pretty.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
I can't wait to.
Lars, are you putting lime and lemon or just lemon?
Yeah, I'm going to do lemon. I'm going to do a citrus daiquiri, which is how I was taught it.
Lemon? All right, I'll put a little lemon.
I'll put a little lemon too.
But yours looks absolutely tropical. And, she is from Guyana, so I feel like a very tropical daiquiri is appropriate.
Where's that?
It's South America. It's the northern part of South America.
Good job with your geography, Lars.
Thank you.
I hope no one is watching anything I'm doing in regards to trying to make a cocktail. I hope they're watching you guys. When it comes to I'm happy to talk about tennis all day. Yeah, you're the guy.
Don't worry. Just watch my square, guys. So, okay.
I feel like, why did he just squeeze that lemon into that glass? Like, that's not how you do it.
God, no one cares, as long as it tastes good.
Yeah, they just want to eat it, and they just like gaze jabbering. And then you're going to do 1/2 of simple syrup, unless you used a very sugary-based fruit. Because I'm using citrus, I'm going to use the simple syrup, but if you're using a nectar or something, please don't use the simple syrup, because then it's going to be intolerable.
I still have the syrup from last time we made it.
Oh, great. Wonderful. And when you think about SACHIA Vickery's game style, what stands out to you? Like, how do you think she ended up beating Garbiñe Muguruza? Because I was so happy to see that that first set went by pretty quickly.
Is she a feisty player, or is she crafty? Power or crafty?
She's 5'6". She's small. She's crafty, yeah, for sure. She does have power. She doesn't have a big serve. I would say she's a counter puncher, really. But what I really found so interesting about that is that she got a wild card. She won the 2013 USTA National Championship. So she got the wild card into the US Open, her first major tournament. She wins her first match, and she's set it's the biggest paycheck she's ever had in her whole life. So for her playing style, it was really like, I have to win to survive. Like, my mother's been working 3 jobs to pay for my tennis. I'm gonna win this match. I'm gonna beat her ass today. I'm gonna get that paycheck. Okay, right. I want that coin.
They have a different drive. They have a different drive when they have to work.
It's that mental sort of thing that only certain players have. It's like similar to, a Serena, for example, who when she has that look of like, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
She's unstoppable. And there is just that, like, when there's a will, there's a way about her game style, which I love. Everyone is going to shake their glass. I, unfortunately, am going to do my first modified shake given my elbow. Mm-hmm. So watch the other two while I, do a pathetic shake. What?
Did you plan your surgery?
Yeah, it's on the 7th of July.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and if Pablo Andujar can come back from 3 of them, I feel like I can come back from 1.
And if all of them can come back from knee surgery and everything else, you can come back.
I'm very interested because Michael is a world traveler as well with the GLTA World Tour. And I did 2 years on the tour for a hot minute before I took a break. What is your favorite US-based tournament, or like top 2?
Mine.
Oh,
yes,
go ahead.
Yours. Yeah, and then Michael's.
I've played so many of them. I mean, I was on the GLTA board for 6 years. It was
wow.
Yeah, it was. I started playing, like I said, I was like 19 years old. It was a way for me to make friends in the gay community. I'm from Tampa, Florida. Had just broken up with my first boyfriend. I was like hanging out. I was in college. I didn't know what to do. I looked up an ad for the GLTA, started playing with the local group, and immediately started traveling. And I've played, I don't know, so many now. But I would say Miami is really cool. You get to play down in at the Key Biscayne Center.
That's so cool.
Really nice. Although it's always windy and it always rains, so watch out for that.
Right. Okay.
Tampa. I'm from Tampa. It was always nice to play home. In San Francisco, you play out in Stanford, which was so nice. LA, I've played. I was like,
just got good. LA was rough for years, though. Let's be real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe, yeah. In New York, you play at the U.S. Open. You can't beat that.
I always wanted to do that Liberty Open.
You cannot be playing at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Well, you can beat it because it's in 4th of July weekend, and most people leave the tournament in an ambulance from heat stroke. But otherwise, bring the ice packs, just like that's in here.
There we go. Okay,
No heat stroke with you, right?
Michael, I want to hear what yours are because I already know mine too off the back of my hand. So
I see my number one spot would probably be LA. I mean, I've done the best here. I think it's home court.
That's fair.
So it's I won my first tournament here in LA in 2012. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the San Diego is always a good one. With the grounds are great.
Yeah, Balboa's fun.
Yeah. So those are the top two, and then I played in Paris for the gay games, that was one of the best experiences ever playing.
I love that. Yeah, I would say definitely.
Okay, but if I were to go to Madrid in July, I think that would be the best one.
I mean, hello, yeah. I would say my two favorite tournaments would be LA, since that's how I got into the Open division for a hot second until I injured myself winning the title. And then I had my best loss ever in Fort Lauderdale in the semifinals against a now Open level player, Humphrey Allen, if you know him.
Yeah, I do, for sure.
Yeah, he's really, really good. So let's present our SACHIA Vickery Dacquiris.
Oh, to Sasha.
Love it. To Sasha, thank you for coming in full rainbow gear. You are truly.
I'm gonna send her this. She's still into. Hopefully, I'm going to Florida on Friday, so maybe
I can't wait for you to play doubles with her, like you're going to. He's playing against David Chen.
Is that where she lives, Sasha?
Mm-hmm.
Here's to you. This is delicious.
Yeah.
Very yummy. Well done, Lars.
Right? Yeah. This is good. I like the traditional. We'll keep sipping it, but I want to make sure that we switch because we got to get to Andrea Petkovic's drink.
Oh,
okay.
My queen. She's my queen.
First of all, when a queen compliments you on your natural eyebrows like she did in front of 30 other kids, she literally called me, like she stopped me. She's like, shh, I love your eyebrows. And I was like dying inside. She is like such an erudite queen. She's so well read. She's really funny and conversational. If I could take one queen to get a drink with on the WTA, I feel like I would stay for hours with her, just chatting.
I've had a drink with her, and she is the most fascinating person. I mean, honestly, you have this, like, as a kid, I was obsessed with WTA, much like probably most people who are watching this. So,
right.
I'm playing tennis, and I'm fantasizing about women's tennis my entire life. I love the early years, Navratilova, Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez, Capriati, all those girls. So as I get older, and I'm like getting to meet these people, I got to meet Andrea, and just wicked smart, so funny, just everything you wanted. It was like that, I don't know, that celebrity that you don't want to meet because maybe they're going to be such a
ruin your image.
Right.
But I mean, very cool, super, super cool.
I have to say, for me, I really got into WTA just in general. Like, of course, we were, like a Davenport Williams household growing up, but 2012 was like the year for me. And so Petkovic is, the 2012, 2013, 2014, hello, that was like Petkovic's time. And she's still in the top 100 doing her thing. So she gave us the ingredients for this, right? Like, first,
yeah, her drink. This is her drink.
This is her drink that she instructed me on, which is so great. So I'm gonna get some more ice. And when we're dealing with Petkovic, we're dealing with a former French Open semifinalist. She was a French Open semifinalist in singles and then a Wimbledon semifinalist in doubles.
Yeah, she was. Thank you for highlighting that for her. She's gonna love you said that.
Yeah, no, I think it's really important because there aren't that many well-rounded players anymore who play both, right? And, zooming out from the WTA, I will not, moving forward, play both singles and doubles because of this, right? Like, I will only be playing singles moving forward. So all the power to her for being, a queen who can do both. And she is a very underrated doubles player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I love to play both, especially at the GLTA tournaments.
You're versatile? Yeah?
He's a verse. He's a verse.
You're versed. Pretty versed.
In all ways.
I'm a power singles player.
Well, you just made some fans tonight, Lars.
There you go. Especially in Western Europe. Anyone in there, hit me up. Anyway, okay. So back to Andrea Petkovic. This cocktail is 3 ingredients. She tasted this at a cocktail party, I believe, or she was at some sort of function. It is bourbon. I live for that, by the way. And I think Andrea would appreciate if that's the cocktail glass. I'm using Jim Beam because, like, you know, we're on a budget.
Eagle Rare.
Okay, that sounds bougie as fuck.
I don't know if it's bougie. I'm not.
I mean, obviously you're a bigger fan than Lars is if you're drinking the well whiskey for Andrea Petkovic.
Right. I apologize to Andrea for not having my, like, wild turkey or something set up for her. But what I do have is devoting part of an episode to her because,
yes,
you know, she is one of our WTA Quarentrivia queens, and we love her so much.
I love her. I mean, I'm seriously in love with her. If I could have sex with a woman, it would be Andrea Petkovic.
Oh, wait.
On the record.
Her body's sick. Her body is sick. She's crazy.
It is. Yeah. She has more abs than most WeHo.
And her abs. Oh, her abs.
What else is in there?
So it is 2 bourbon.
Okay.
Yes.
And then it's 1 lemon juice. I really think it's important to measure out the lemon juice for a ratio perspective, but if you want to eyeball it, Rachael Ray it as much as you want.
It's Rachael Ray.
I'm going to actually use my lemon juice for this.
Okay.
It's a very simple drink. It's just bourbon, lemon, and honey. I would say it's a squeeze of honey.
I like your 3 ingredients because Andrea's the beauty, she's the brains, and she's hilarious as well.
She got the talent. She has a book club for those of you at home who want to know her for that.
What is she reading right now?
Racket Book Club. You know, I'm so sorry that I don't know the name of the last book. I can look it up really quick, actually. It's
the first book was String Theory, right?
It was String Theory to start. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I follow it on my I haven't read this last book.
The drink looks delicious.
Right, and she said that she had it with no ice in it, but like I see you have your fancy ice cube, so go.
I did. I put my sphere ice cube in it.
There it is.
We're doing Theater for Dreamers is her latest book. She's doing. There's a beautiful. Look how beautiful she is.
She's gorgeous. She knows how to smize better than any other player on tour. We love you, and I love that, you know, she complimented my eyebrows, but look at that face. Stunning.
Great. Stunning.
Good.
It is the Petkovic, designed by, I love that pour, by the way. Look at you. So I have a couple of quiz questions for you, John, because you are Petkovic's bestie.
Oh, yeah, you better do well.
I wish I was.
So, okay, first question. While we did talk about SACHIA Vickery's big win against Garbiñe Muguruza, Petkovic has a winning record against Muguruza as well. However, how many of the 3 times that she beat Muguruza did it go to only 2 sets?
What an intricate question.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say twice.
I appreciate that, yes, but it's once.
Like her, she's number 1.
Second question. Okay. Which Italian star did she beat at the WTA Tournament of Champions in 2014?
14, she qualified for that tournament, yeah. Well, there's only 3 that would have played that event, so I'm good with, and I don't think Arani played that event, so it's gonna be Flavia or Schiavone.
Correct.
I know Flavia played. 14. It's Flavia Pennetta. Yeah,
it is. It's Flavia Pennetta, which a year later, you know, that she won the U.S. Open. Okay, and I feel like you're going to definitely get the next question then because of that logic. So in 2014, we talked about her amazing run to the semifinals of the French Open, which was so exciting to watch. All the gays were queening. So in the quarterfinal, who did she beat? It's an Italian star, and you did
Sara Errani.
Thank you.
Sara Errani. It was in the pasta, but it was still like it was before the pasta.
Exactly. Or it's, what did she say to Cornet? Why you say vamos?
Why you say vamos?
So we're gonna get into the Chandannay wine spritzer. So does everyone have their Chandannay?
Yeah, what are we doing? So we got Chardonnay.
We need 3 of Chandannay to go in first. And I think Chanda Rubin is probably most well known for, and we spent some time talking to her about it, her Australian Open semifinal run in '96, I believe. Yep. She almost beat Monica Seles in '96.
Oh, wow.
I also think, like, in regards to that, and this is your first Chanda Rubin quiz question, by the way, John. We know that she beat Aranya Sanchez-Vicaro in the quarterfinals, and it was an epically long third set. What was the third set score?
Oh, yeah. 16-14?
Correct. It was 16-14 in the third set.
Impressive. What else are you putting in there?
So then you just do seltzer for the spritzer part, and it's as much bubbly as you want. It's up to.
But I learned, bartender Lars, we can't shake the
carbonated. Yes.
Right. No, 100%. It's carbonated, so we're gonna need to stir it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and we're gonna stir it. So you got that quiz question. I have a tougher quiz question for you. I looked up. Yeah, it's not that tough. You're gonna probably get it. So which French player did Chanda Rubin win the most titles with? Since she won titles with a few.
Her name is Sandrine Testude.
Thank you,
Wow.
Sandrine Testude. This is the Chardonnay wine spritzer. And the thing that I like about it is, like, a wine spritzer is a cocktail that I feel like it's truly for a queen, right? She has earned her crown. She is relaxing on her throne by the pool. And that is what Chanda deserves. That is the respect we should give her. I love how outspoken that she's been currently. She really is an advocate for the community at large, and, you know, just for a better future. And tennis channel and tennis in general would not be the same without her.
Hey guys, can I just say thank you so much? Thank you for this. How wonderful.
100%. Yeah.
So you came on.
More than welcome. You're welcome anytime. Bring your doubles partner / best friend next time.
I would. He is my bestie. I'd love to talk, kind of before we play a doubles match, we want to wear the tackiest outfit we can find. That's kind of our
will match you, because, you know, bestie. Yeah, we'll each have our besties on, and then we can do like a doubles themed episode.
You can skip through my Instagram. You can see all the hideous outfits I've worn on purpose over the years. It's really great.
Wait, yeah, when's the next trivia?
Yeah, please. Anybody out there who's listening, if anybody's interested in WTA quarantine trivia, I'd love to have you on. It's a live chat with a WTA player. We have some good ones at the end of the month. I have a really great Pride one with Brian Bahaley, who is he's the only ATP player we're gonna have on the show, because he's the only out ATP player that's ever that we know of. So I'm so interested to hear from him as well. But you can look me up on Instagram. I'm J Guerrica, Guerrica, or on Twitter at Jon Guerrica. There's information I put on there. Also on Instagram at GLTA Tennis Life. I run that account. And,
do you run that account? I was wondering who ran it.
And I can surprise. I have information there. I love that person who's like running behind you too.
Oh my God, that's Michael's roommate. I love so much.
I love it. Well, thank you guys. I have to run, but it's been so cool. Thanks for getting me drunk tonight on a Wednesday.
Of course. Thank you so much for coming. You're welcome anytime.
Bye, guys.
And I'll see you soon. Bye.